Okay, I didn't see day 2 of Google I/O, but what I have been reading so far, it was all about Chrome OS, and two great things is that Google has released Google Chrome and Google Drive for iOS. So now we can have it on our iPhones and iPads. That's really great. Chrome, though, is about 3 times slower than Safari, and it's not Google's fault, what I've been told. It don't uses their Chromium engine. So Chrome on iOS doesn't use Chromium because that's not allowed on iOS to use your own engines. So Chrome is a bit too slow on iOS, but it syncs your history, your bookmarks, your tabs, and everything exactly as it does on your PC or Mac or Android device. So now you can sync with an iOS device too. Well, that's great. And Google Drive, though, it's great, but you can't edit Google Docs in it, and it's really terrible to edit Google Docs in the web browser on iOS. It doesn't work, hardly work at all. And as soon as you have converted Google Docs, as soon as you have converted a document to Google Docs format, then you can't open it in any other app. For example, Pages or Documents to Go or Quick Office and so. You can't. So you need to edit them in the web browser, and that sucks on iOS. I don't know if it's better in Android to edit document in the web browser, but it's really hard to do it on iOS. Maybe it will be better in iOS 6 to edit documents in a web browser, because Safari gets a lot more features in iOS 6. For example, uploading of files directly in the web browser and so on. So maybe it will be easier to edit documents in iOS 6. So Google Drive is more for storage of files to me on iOS. For example, like Dropbox, nothing else. And I will not store them as Google Docs file format, because then you can't edit them on iOS. But if I store them in Pages format or Microsoft Office format, then I can edit them in, for example, Documents to Go or Pages. And when you have edited them in these apps, you can save it back to Google Drive. So, of course, it's great that Google has released Google Drive and Chrome for iOS, but they need some improvements to be good. And as usual, it's not as good as other iOS apps. Google has problems doing iOS apps. They are never as good as other apps. With all the features we have in all other apps, saving and sharing from them and so on. Google's apps never support that. that's too bad. Day 2 of Google I/O was much about cloud, editing documents offline in Google Drive and so on. And of course Chrome OS. But personally I don't believe that Chrome OS will be big ever. It will never succeed because people need more advanced operating systems. You have to be able to, for example, video edit, making music, coding, developing, compile code, advanced photo editing, and so on. And in a web browser only drive on Chrome OS, I mean, you can't do all these advanced features, advanced things you need to do. You can't. It's impossible. Of course, Chrome OS and Chromebook is great to have for a lot of people because there is many people that only doing web surfing, checking email, Facebook, Twitter, and so on, paying bills and all that. So of course, Chrome OS on a Chromebook could be great for them, but you need to be online all the time, and that's a drawback. For many people, that's a drawback. When you're home, of course, you can be online, but not if you have your computer with you. Then you need some kind of 3G connection, Wi-Fi, free Wi-Fi or something. And that's reasons to not succeed. It's reason for Chrome OS to not succeed. The normal people that want to use all these web features only could possibly buy a Chromebook, but you need to be online and therefore it will not succeed. In Google, it's interesting things they're doing, and I think it's great that they are testing this kind of stuff, and I think we, the users, are some kind of test dummies for Google to see if their stuff is useful in the future, in future generations. And I think it's great that Google are doing this. But now, today, I think Chrome OS is not a success. And it's too early. It's too early for Chrome OS. So, I will read up some more on yesterday's Google I/O, and then we will talk more about this. Bye.